Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. So today's video, we're going to talk about, will the next elections start or spark civil war? Now, we're already seeing this country being divided, and we've watched this country divide pretty much since Obama. Maybe even a little before, maybe with Bush in office. But we saw more of it during Obama's time in office. We saw more division because of him and his shitbag wife spreading bullshit rhetoric. Now, that being said, guys, we saw the birth of BLM. But with the birth of BLM, we saw the birth of other, hate groups, white hate groups and black hate groups alike. So we started seeing that division back then. But now we have Bill Gates stating that there will be a hung election, come next election, and civil war will start. So he didn't even say might or maybe. He said that it will, as if he knows something we don't. Now, keep in mind, guys, Bill Gates, over the last couple of years, has said things would happen, and they have. He's almost like the nerdy Nostradamus. And not that he's the nerdy Nostradamus, because at least Nostradamus was guessing things would happen, whereas Bill Gates knows what's going to happen because, well, he's part of the whole inner circle, the elites, the World Economic Forum, however you want to put it, he's a part of that. So there are things that he's mentioning now that could happen, or rather he's stating will happen, we should definitely stay alert to. I am not saying that we need to start flipping out and thinking civil war is actually going to start, though that feeling is in the air. And I've done videos on it, and it's in the air. There's so many divisive things happening. How could it not? Now, this is what Bill Gates has said in an article in Business Insider. I admit that political polarization may bring it all to an end, and we're going to have a hung election and a civil war. I have no expertise in that. I'm not going to divert my money to that because I won't know how to spend it. So you saw that last part about diverting his money, meaning he's looking to make money, guys, in every aspect that he possibly can, and he doesn't know how to spend his money during a civil war or how he would invest in it. He's looking, guys, and that last sentence to me was sort of a tell that he looks to invest his money where there is atrocities. Again, a pandemic. You saw where he invested his money. Billions of dollars went into arm tickets, or them developing arm tickets. And interestingly enough, this arm ticket came out within months of a pandemic. All right, guys. So anyway, we know where Bill Gates stands. Then he makes this other statement later on in the article. The polarization and lack of trust is a problem. One of the best-selling books last year was a book by Robert Kennedy saying that I like to make money and kill millions of people with the arm ticket. It's wild that sells well. So again, guys, now he's trying to blame, Robert Kennedy for making such a statement, but Robert Kennedy was right. That's the thing. He was absolutely right, because this is where Bill Gates has been making most of his money. He's been making real strides. And again, he got invited to the World Economic Forum a few years back, probably 20 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. And now he's at that council. He has a voice. And obviously, he's making these accusations, or these predictions, he's making these predictions, and they seem to be coming true. So now, again, do we panic about a civil war and a hung election? No. We just fucking be easy and we wait to see what happens. To sit there and, again, guys, start panicking over something that might not happen is silly. We should take note of things that are going to happen and then just wait. That's all we can do. Like firefighters, guys, we wait. We sit by and we wait for a disaster to happen or an emergency to happen. Then we react. That's all we can do as preppers. We can react to what might be happening. Now, guys, we are seeing high tension across the country. So the likeliness of civil war is definitely there. Whether or not it's going to happen in our lifetime, I think we will see it in our lifetime, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. But I'm also hoping that something changes so that we don't have to go down that road. Again, I am definitely foreseeing a change, and if that leads to civil war, so be it. But we definitely need to go down other avenues before we entertain that avenue of civil war, because, guys, once we go into that realm of civil war, there is no turning back. You can't. And then you have to stay committed or you lose. If you don't commit to something and you commit halfway through it or half-ass, it'll bite you in the ass in the long run. So hopefully, guys, we don't go down this road, but if we do, then we have to commit. Now, guys, again, with the whole divisiveness, we saw Trump supporters being attacked through Trump's election, right? Through Trump's campaign, and even afterwards, we saw Trump supporters being attacked left and right. Now, you saw one or two Bernie supporters being attacked, but that was like few far in between. They took the social media, the liberals took the one attack and made it into this national crisis. Meanwhile, Trump supporters are getting attacked every day. Then you have the whole J6 thing, and you have now the FBI wanting to make that a domestic terrorist act. Then we saw Trump being blamed for J6. Never mind, they forgot the entire summer of riots where politicians were advocating for it and proud to see people standing up for themselves, and that the voice of the unheard was reacting to the situation. That was fine. That was fine that people burned cities down. Stores, businesses, you name it, down on the ground. That was fine. But a one localized attack or one localized event, the nation fucking blew up. Again, this is the divisiveness that they are creating. Not us, not Republicans, not conservatives, not us who stand in the middle of all of that. Democrats going out of their way to create divisiveness, to, again, start this civil war or give it a push. Now, even Biden, a couple weeks ago, said that MAGA Republicans are a danger to American society or danger to Americans. That is not what a president is supposed to do. You're not supposed to create more divisive acts. But when you have a president standing there calling MAGA Republicans danger to Americans or America, guys, that is an act of war on us, on those of us who would support him. For whatever reason we support him. That is an act of war on us. But yet, the media is quiet about it. He made that speech, a couple people played it, and then they let it go. Had Trump said something about Biden supporters being a threat to American society, they would have fucking went out there and called it a hate speech. But Biden saying it, not a hate speech. And then to top it all off, a week ago now, that man who ran over that teenager, he was 18, so technically he's a man, but nonetheless runs that teenager over because they got into a political argument, and this guy labeled him a Republican extremist, therefore hitting this kid with the car, running him over and killing him. The kid winds up dying in the hospital. The kid was trying to call his mother, but the guy who ran him over thought that he was calling more people to get him. Paranoia. With that, he hits the kid with the car. Meanwhile, the kid was scared and trying to get his mother on the phone. Again, guys, when you have a president who's going out of his way to call MAGA Republicans or people who support Trump dangerous, and you have other politicians echoing that same sentiment, if you will, that's dangerous. And that's the kind of shit that can spark a civil war. Because now you're purposely pitting people against one another. At least when Obama did it, Obama sided with the BLM and he left it there. But now Biden is taking it a step ahead and deeming those of us who don't like Black Lives Matter, who don't want to adjust to this bullshit of the wokeism, a danger to American society. Because that's pretty much what MAGA supporters are. We don't want to take part in this fucking woke bullshit. Now we're being labeled enemies of this country. I find that to be particularly bad because, guys, you're starting to call us out. What do you think is going to happen next when you call us all out? You back us into a corner, shit starts to get fucking weird. That's all I'm going to say. And then we react to that weirdness. We being conservatives, Republicans, and those of us that stand in the middle. You put us in a corner, there's only one fucking way out of that corner. All right? So anyway, guys, with that being said, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.